Well, today, as we celebrate our nation's birth, many veterans still struggling to adjust to life back home. Now, two veteran brothers are offering hope in healing the invisible wounds of war. Fox News Medical A-Team Dr. Mark Siegel joins us now with retired Green Beret Andrew Marr and his brother and former Army Apache pilot, the co-founders of the Warrior Angels Foundation. Doc, take it away.
Clayton, the invisible wounds of war, we're talking about traumatic brain injury here, over 300,000 documented cases, but you know what? It's way more than that because there's no real imaging studies that I can use to diagnose it, and it's often missed. And we're talking about trauma to the brain that causes leakage of chemicals, inflammation, and disruption of hormones. We need individualized treatments for it. These gentlemen here that I'm going to talk to have founded the Warrior Angel Foundation, which brings exactly that kind of treatment to our veterans around the country. Welcome, gentlemen. It is an honor.
Dr. Siegel, it's our pleasure. Thank you.
Dr. Siegel, good to be here.
Andrew, you were a breacher in Afghanistan, meaning that you were in charge of explosives. You literally put explosives on the door of terrorists and blew them off. Very, very big hero. What happened to you that you didn't know about?
Well, you spoke on it, and there's those blast waves that are propagated from that explosion that does massive damage over time when it's repetitive like that. And so what I was affected with was effects of cognition, behavior. I was just emotionally liable. It didn't happen until months after my last appointment. And so it was kind of difficult for us to fathom what was going on, but that was exactly the case.
What happened to you when you got home? What was your life like?
You know, I went from being a high performer, like you said, a Green Beret, to one day I woke up, I found myself on 13 medications. I was an alcoholic. My wife was 9 months pregnant with our 5th child. Her request of me was to keep my drinking down for the day in case she went into labor and didn't have to drive herself to the hospital, you know, so it was just a disaster.
Adam, here's where you came in. You were an Apache pilot in Iraq. You were up for promotion, captain already, going to be major. You decided to give up what you were doing to help your brother. What did you find with him when you saw what he was in, and how'd you help him with his condition?
Well, this injury definitely happens within the aviation community, but not nearly as much, and with the frequency, special forces, infantry, guys going out on daily patrols. So when he started having all the effects, it was somewhat foreign to me. And then he just ran through the laundry list of everything he was experiencing. When you see somebody going through that and becoming a shell of the person they were, it's incredibly difficult, and you feel even more helpless than they do.
Well, and Dr. Siegel, you see him, and nothing is physically wrong with me, right? So it's just like, hey, get it together. Why can't you act right? Why can't you remember how to drive home? Why can't you not drink so much? You know what I mean? Why can't you treat your children and your wife the way they need to? But you can't because of this invisible wound inside the brain.
And let's be clear, hundreds of thousands of our vets are suffering from this, of our warriors who defended our country, many of whom are suicidal, depressed, drinking, on drugs. Tell me your story of hope and healing. What happened?
Well, the story of hope and healing is that there is an answer. This is no longer a life sentence. I was basically told, this is your new life sentence. Accept these new roles for your life. And we said, we're not going to accept that. So we went looking for alternative treatment. What that landed us was a doctor called Dr. Gordon, who has these protocols that is an individualized approach to identify and treat the underlying condition for traumatic brain injury.
Everyone gets something different. You get anti-inflammatories, natural occurring substances?
Yeah, absolutely. So with an objective lab analysis, we can find out if there's inflammation, and we can find out how the hormones are affected, and then we can correct those and replenish those hormones. Dr. Siegel, when we do that, we have over 120 cases through the foundation. Quality of life improves every time, and we have over 1,300 documented cases through the Millennium Health Centers with Dr. Gordon.
Andrew went from hardly being able to drive home from work, forgetting how to drive home, forgetting his kids' names, to the recovery road he's on now has landed him at the Stanford School of Business Ignite program. If that's not a drastic measure and change to show the success, then I don't know what is. And it's results that we're seeing from all the veterans that are going through
this. It's not exclusive to us. This is something that we can replicate.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's an inspiring story on July 4th. For more information, go to www.waftbi.org. There's a new documentary out they just did. Clayton, back to you.
All right, great job. Thanks, Doc, and we appreciate it. Thank you.